Yes, guys, welcome back to another vid from Mutal FC, and today we got another banging vid for you. Today, we got match week 10 predictions for you.
That's right. Kicking it off, we got the big game, Spurs versus Man United. So for my score prediction, I'm gonna go 5-0 to United, and just check this logic out. So last week, Watford conceded 5 to Liverpool, and this week they scored 5 against Everton. So hopefully United can hop on that trend. Ole in, Ole's at the wheel, whatever you want. So yeah, I'm gonna go 5-0 to United.
It's a rough time to be a Man United fan. It's probably worse than being an Arsenal fan. It's probably worse than being any other fan in the league right now. It's bad. It's bad. Ollie is a clown. I mean, he's a legend for the club, but he's a fucking clown. How is he still in a job? How do you lose to your biggest goddamn rivals 5 goddamn nil at home in front of your own fans? That's the earliest the fans at Old Trafford have left the stadium. Like, that's the record, 61st minute. How can we concede 5 goals in 50 minutes? That's unacceptable. Doesn't matter who. Yo, if Sir Alex Ferguson was there, he'd get sacked probably. I mean, he'd never get to that situation. I mean, we got beat by Man City 6-1 under his reign. But Man City, we don't really consider them like Liverpool. Liverpool's the worst team you could lose to. And that was a disgusting performance. But if anyone was watching United week in, week out, you saw it coming. All these errors, all these lucky games we were winning, we weren't playing well. We didn't perform well at any point of the season except that first game against Leeds. And all those errors compounded, and we got spanked. I mean, Salah showed who the most informed player is in United. Schoolboy defending. And I don't see how we beat Spurs. Villa, who have just lost 3 games in a row, their last win was, guess who did they beat? United. Everton, who did they get a draw against? United. Right? Like Atalanta almost beat United. I know we won in the end, but it's not looking good for United. I see a Spurs win. I know Spurs have been asked to, but I'm going 2-1.
All right, so before we move on to the next game, got to talk about Fergie real quick. He looked, real pissed, sitting there like a disappointed dad. He looked like ASAP Ferg on one of those album covers, but kicking it off to the next game. So we got Leicester versus Arsenal. So I'm going to go 3-1 to Leicester. So last week that was nice from Leicester, 2-1 against Brentford. And I think for Arsenal, you guys beat Villa 3-1, right? But Lacazette limped off after his first start in fuck knows how long. You missed the penalty against Emi Martinez, and you were lucky it bounced nicely for you so that Aubameyang could tap it in. I just think Leicester's going to demolish you guys. So I'm going to go 3-1 to Leicester.
I think it's going to be a good game. I think both teams are coming into some decent form. Arsenal especially, they've been kicking on ever since that terrible start. And maybe Arteta's pieces are finally working together because he's got a team, but we'll see how far that goes because we have to remember they just drew the Crystal Palace a week before the Villa game, so it's not like they're high-flying, but you can see something is coming together at Arsenal. As for Leicester, they've been playing good. Tielemans is fucking scoring banger after banger, and I don't think it's going to stop. I think Leicester are pushing for top 4 this year, and there's definitely a chance with how poor United have been. So I think Leicester are going to edge this game 3-2.
All right, and then moving on to Liverpool versus Brighton. So I'm going to go 3-1 to Liverpool. I think it's pretty comprehensive. We're just going to be nice to Brighton. I don't know, maybe McAllister falls down in the box, they get a penalty. But yeah, 3-1 to Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool looks so good right now. I mean, they look like a different level. They look like, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 21, they won the league. They just look unstoppable, especially Salah, right? And I don't even think Liverpool played to their best when they beat Man United 5-0. I think they were in third or second gear. I just think Man United's defending was all over the place, so it made it easy. So the fact that Liverpool could go and play better than that is scary. The fact that they won 5-0 back-to-back in 2 games is crazy. And as well as Brighton have played this season, I think City showed them levels, and I think Liverpool will show them levels. So 3-0 to Liverpool.
Yeah, on Salah real quick, first player in the Prem to score a hat-trick against United at Old Trafford. First since Ronaldo, the phenomenon in the Champions League. But yeah, moving on to Newcastle versus Chelsea. So this is also pretty comprehensive. No disrespect, but Chelsea last week dismantled Norwich 7-0. We're going to be nice. We're going to go half that. So yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 to Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea and Newcastle. I mean, Newcastle in a couple years, you guys are going to be big dogs, probably challenging for the league, Champions League. But right now, you're not at that level. I think Chelsea are showing how good they are. I know it was Norwich last week, But even in the cup against Southampton today in the Carabao Cup, right, without Lukaku, without Werner, they're still finding a way to get through these games. And when you don't have your best players and you're still winning games, it shows you how good of a team you are and it shows you're a title challenger. And I think Chelsea will win this game comfortably. So 3-1 to Chelsea.
All right, and then moving on to Man City versus Crystal Palace. So I really like Crystal Palace this season. Benteke making a comeback, Edouard adapting to the Prem. But I just think City, firing on all cylinders. Foden scored, Mahrez scored, Jesus scored, Bernardo's balling. So yeah, I'm gonna go 3-1 to City.
Yeah, Man City, people can't sleep on them. Remember, Man City got a draw at Anfield, right? Man City beat this Chelsea side. I think people kind of just forget, no one's talking about Man City, let's talk about Liverpool and Chelsea. Man City are still there, and the fact that they don't have to play KDB against Brighton and they can still win 4-1, right? It shows you the quality and depth they have. They can score goals, they don't need a striker. Pep has still got this team ticking. Bernardo Silva is coming back into his 18-19 form where he's vital for that City team. Pep's dropped him back into CM. People when they think of Bernardo Silva just think attack. He's probably one of the most he works hard in the midfield, right? He will win the ball back. He's so vital for that City team. Gundogan's back too, and with Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, that City midfield is just crazy. So I think, unfortunately, Crystal Palace, they are an exciting team this season, but I don't think they're going to be able to get a win here. So 3-1 to Man City.
All right, yeah, so Bernardo's a hardworking mid, but the way it's going, Villa are going to have to work hard to stay up, man. First time they've lost 3 games since the 1920 season on the bounce. It is not looking good for Dean Smith and the Villa boys. And then for West Ham, man, love the celebrations, Antonio. Just for that aspect, I'm going to go 1-0 to West Ham again. I want to see whatever the hell he pulls out of the bag in terms of the celebration.
Yeah, with Antonio, you never know what celebration. One day it's the fucking picture of himself, then he's doing some weird-ass, dance like this. I don't know. But Villa, I don't know. When people were looking at Villa this season, the team that they had formed was everyone got really excited. And Villa have a good team, but maybe it's not clicking some of those pieces, whereas West Ham, they're just continuing the form of last season. They look really good. I think it's their best return so far after 10 weeks since that 16-17 season with Dimitri Payet when they finished 7th in the league. So West Ham look really good this season, and I think they'll beat Villa comfortably 2-0.
All right, and then moving on to the last game of the week, Wolves versus Everton. So, when Villa concede 3 goals in 10 minutes, it's bad. When you concede 4 in 15 minutes, it's really 13 minutes. We're going to push it up to 15 to be nice to Everton. It's really bad. And then for Wolves, Hwang Hee-chan is balling. So, yeah, I'm going to go optimistic for Everton, 1-1.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Everton in those last 20 minutes. It's I don't know if they saw some crazy nightmare type of shit every play. I don't know what happened. They just got scared, right? And the spaces were just opening up for Watford to hit them on the counter. What was that third goal or second goal that Joshua King? He had so much time and space. And then freaking, what's his name? Dennis. Oh my god, he sends Pickford to fucking Planet Mars, bro. Just scoops and boom. It did not look good for Everton. I know what happened. They were playing good up till then. As for Wolves, everyone was kind of worried about them the first couple games. Didn't get a win, but we saw in the performances they should have been winning those games. They couldn't finish their chances. Hwang Hee-chan is finishing those goddamn chances. Raul Jimenez, him, Adama. It's a crazy attack when you really think about it. In Podence, you got all these players, Neto to come back. I think Wolves are gonna win this game. They look better. They're playing better. I'm gonna say 3-1 to Everton. But you guys let us know down in the comments below. What do you think is gonna happen in some of these big games, especially Tottenham versus Man United? They call it the El Sacaco because fucking what's his name? Ollie wants to get sacked. Fucking Nuno wants to get sacked. I mean, who's gonna get sacked first? You can honestly bet for this. So who do you think is gonna get sacked first? Let us know also in the comments below. But other than that, we'll catch you next week. Peace.